welcome to Practical Smokers, where we light up in the latest of cigar culture lifestyle while providing a healthy dose of humor and news. I'm your host, Cole Parker, with my fellow co-host, J Money.
What's up, people? How y'all doing? J Money in the building. We chase money to the money chase us, man. Happy holidays.
You know what? I like when you have your one-liner on deck and on ready.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
I appreciate it, on deck and on ready.
Yeah, man, I got you.
So whether you're new to the world of cigars or a seasoned smoker, we got you covered. Today we have a special co-host. We have a special guest today. His name is Leo Brown of PDR Cigars. How you doing, Leo?
What's happening, Cole?
That's my guy.
He had a hard time getting it out there.
He did. It's all right, though.
I
I
was
love
about to say something else. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I want to lay it all out there, right?
Okay.
So because today we're talking about cigar pairing, right?
Yes.
Pairing it with specific spirits and things like that.
Yes.
You can also pair it with food, but today we're just pairing it with spirits,
Right.
The spirit we have today is, what do we have today, Leo?
We got something a little bit special, man. I just got given this yesterday. I've been dealing with this company for a little while now. Woodinville Whiskey, right? So this is one of their barrel selects.
All right.
It's a little bit higher proof. It doesn't smoke that high. I mean, it doesn't taste that high. But you're looking at about 120 on the proof.
Okay.
So, on the ABV, you're looking at about 60 and a half, somewhere around there, man.
Oh,
so,
shit.
it does give you that real whiskey and that real barrel kind of feel.
Nice.
Has a little bit of spice, but it don't lay with you too long. So
Love
it's
it,
good.
love it. So guess what? Grab your stogie, grab your drink, sit back and kick it. We're about to get lit. So today, first of all, man, thank you for coming here, man.
Man, I couldn't pass this
We
up.
talked about it, but now we're
Right,
here,
right.
right? It's all about God's timing, right? This is the perfect time for that. But one thing I do want you to get into real early is, can you explain the concept, right, of cigar pairing and why it is important?
Well, people always ask me that, why do I need to pair my damn cigar with something? And the real short answer to that, you can pair whatever you want, right? Now, the way I always like to describe it is that, you ever been to Disney World, Disneyland?
Hell, we
Most
got
definitely.
kids.
Right.
Yeah.
When you
I've been
first,
all of 'em.
When you first walked in, right, what did you think?
It cost me $10,000.
I know what you're about to say.
to walk through this motherfucker.
Right.
I'm not having no goddamn fun.
Which way do I go?
Right. But the bigger thing about it, man, is that, you always walk in and you're like, wow, okay, there go this ride. I remember
Right.
seeing this, right?
Right.
And your kids thinking the same way.
Exactly.
That's the way I feel about parents. That's the way that everybody wants to get a parent.
Okay.
It should be something that you're always going to remember.
Ah.
Why do you just want to drink and smoke something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But when you think about the environment that you're in, you got the Ozzy Brothers playing, you with your lady,
Oh,
you just had
yeah.
an anniversary, and you come in, you're getting something that's going well with your stick.
But
You
that's
always
not
remember
what
that.
I think about with
Yeah,
my
I'm
stick.
trying to tell you.
I got the
This kind of
Ozzy
stuff you
Brothers.
talking about here.
I was like, roll stick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm leading in. Pre-cut, V-cut.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's the whole thing behind parents, man, is that you want to make something, you want to have something that's going to make a memory. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the experience. So that's what I always try to provide people, man. So whenever I'm doing pairing events, it's all about the experience. That's what it comes down to.
Gotcha.
Right.
So we have this fabulous bourbon whiskey. What are we smoking individually? PDR actually came down, set us up. I appreciate it. Tell us what I'm smoking right here.
So what you got right there is the Acme. That is a Dominican wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with a Dominican binder, and you also have Dominican and Nicaraguan filler inside there, right?
Yeah, I love
so
that.
that is our Acme Selection number 1. Probably one of the easiest smoking cigars that we have. That's a good coffee cigar. It's a good bourbon cigars we're sipping on right now. That should mesh pretty well. The liquor may overpower just a little bit, but because on the finish, it should match up pretty good.
Copy. So like we've educated a lot of our viewers on certain things that they want to take into account, right? One of the things as far as taking into account is that when you have your mild, your medium, your fulls, right? This one is considered a medium.
That's medium.
Does it change as it progresses through the level of thirds?
That one really does not, man. It may get a little bit more woodsy, if anything, but no, you're not going to get a major
I got a lot of
change.
cedar out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Out the gate, I got a lot of cedar. I got a little bit of creamy notes. I got a little bit of coffee.
There you go.
I do a little retro hell in a second to see if I get a little nutty, but that's really what I got out of it so far.
Yeah.
Now, we have bourbon with what I'm smoking now. We'll talk about what Jay's smoking shortly. Yeah. But does it matter? Like, does the spirit matter? I've seen people do tequilas, rums, bourbons, scotches.
Wine.
Does that matter?
Again, it's going to matter if you want the experience, right? And I'm always going to go back to that. So the way I try to lay it out for most people is that mild body cigar with a mild body drink.
Okay.
Medium body cigar with a medium body drink, full body. Okay, that's just the general way to do it.
Okay.
Now, if you really want to get into the crux of all the notes and all the other stuff, right? You can do that, but you have to understand what it is that you're drinking and smoking.
Right.
Like me and you, we may go to the bar and we already got our stick, right?
Right.
But that damn bartender may not do a fucking thing about what's going on, right?
Exactly.
So you gotta understand.
You can say fucking on this show.
Okay,
How about
cool.
that, all right?
Well, fuck
You
it.
can say it with fucking authority too.
Exactly.
Say it with my chest.
Right.
So,
Exactly. All of it.
All of it.
But
Don't
no,
hurt
so
yourself,
that's
though.
the whole thing, man, is that you want to understand what's going on. So for me, it took a lot of time to understand what certain wine varietals do. It took me a little bit of time to understand what spirits do, beer, and even non-alcoholics, you know, so I'm saying? So does it matter? It does matter if you want the experience, and it does matter if you really want it to complement or either contrast. So the contrast is the bigger part, man. I've been working on contrasting cigar pairings for a long time.
So wait a minute. So not only are we pairing, we also contrasting, right?
So pairing in general is just a general terminology, right?
Correct.
The pairing can be complementary
Yep.
or either contrast,
All right.
So on the contrast, I always try to tell people, think about peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
When they put that together, it was like, what the hell is this? But it sure tastes good.
Exactly.
That's my favorite high dish.
Right.
I'd eat about 4 of them bitches. I make a triple decker sometimes.
I hear you make a triple decker.
You put peanut butter on
Shit.
2 sides of
Right.
bread
Yeah.
and jelly on 1 side of 2 slices of bread.
But how do you get peanut butter on both sides of the bread without getting it on your hand?
Well, first of all, because you put it on top of the jelly.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
Well, wait a minute. How you
Good.
getting peanut butter on your hand?
Good. You know.
Okay, never mind. We ain't gonna go
He
there.
got a dog at home. He got all kind of wonderful shit. He do with peanut butter.
Well, man, but no, that's the contrasting part, man. So, you know, you can have, like with this cigar, it's a medium body cigar, right?
Yeah.
So you may want to try a mezcal tequila.
Yes.
Right? So that's going to be that contrast because
Right.
it has that woodsiness,
Right, and the
Right.
smoky-
right? The
right.
smokiness, right? However, this has a lot of like a nutty kind of flavor, so you're not going to get that with that tequila, but it's going to go well. So it's going to be that contrast.
Okay, that's good.
So
yeah.
what is Jay smoking?
Yeah, what am I
So
smoking?
Jay
right
has the good old sun-grown, man. That is probably one of the woodsiest cigars that we have in our line.
PDR line.
Yeah, man. I mean, it gets a little bit more woodsy towards the end.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it amps up a lot more, so you're gonna get a little bit more oak than you are gonna be any kind of cedar
I
or
like
anything like
that.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that oakiness comes out, a little bit of leather comes out in that. Even though it's the sun-grown, right? You're gonna get all of those flavors, man. It's just fantastic.
So tell me, if I were wanting to pair this with a coffee, what type of coffee would you
Black.
suggest?
Definitely black, but I would probably go with something that's gonna be like Nicaraguan or maybe even Sumatran.
Okay,
So,
Sumatran.
but what is in the cigar? What is the cigar? The complexities of it?
So on that blend, of course, you got the sun-grown wrapper, right?
Okay.
You have a Dominican 7-year binder, and you also have Dominican and Nicaraguan filler inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty. Is that most of the line? The Dominican and Nicaragua blend? Or?
Yeah, that because we are a Dominican company, so you're gonna
Yeah.
get a lot of Dominican tobacco inside of it. You're gonna get some Nicaraguan. We don't use a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco
Okay.
because we are Dominican. We want something a little bit more softer,
Right,
something a little bit more palate full,
And fucking local.
and
right.
and local.
Right. Let's
So,
import.
right, so it definitely helps. We do outsource some of our tobacco, but
Yeah.
not nearly as much as most other
How
companies.
many sun-grown sticks you guys have online? Do you know?
Sun-grown themselves, we have 3.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, one thing I can
This is
say,
good.
right? You enjoying it?
Yeah, this is good, by the way.
So one thing that I also get a lot of questions about from our users is, how about with food? Like, does food make a difference when pairing a cigar, like food does with wine?
Man.
Does that make a difference?
Let me tell you something about food. So, you know, one of my favorite dishes is going to be a New York strip, right?
Okay.
So that's going to be a very, very meaty, very hearty. You know, it's going to be a little bit on the fatty side,
Right.
However, that fat marries in well with that meat. So you want something a little bit more like a medium plus body with that after your meal, right? Or if you're smoking with it.
I like fat on my meat.
Right.
Me too.
I like
Good old
fat on my
fatty.
meat too.
Hey,
A
man.
good old fatty.
Hey, I'll discriminate. How about
Right,
that?
there we go. So, but no, you know, whenever you're thinking about fish, right, or chicken, you want something more on the mild side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of thing. Again, mild, medium, in all, even in food, right?
So it almost similar to wine.
Very, very similar
Okay.
to wine. Cigars are so similar to wine, it's not even funny because of the aging process, fermentation, things of that nature. So it makes it a very interesting process with cigars and wine. So I personally, I like a lot of wine with cigars.
Okay.
And I also do more Scotch I'm really a Scotch drinker,
Okay.
Scotch
All right.
and rum.
All right.
I definitely enjoy those very well. Rum drinkers, you understand Dominican tobacco.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Coffee, you understand Dominican tobacco because it's something that's going to be flavorful.
Yes.
So
What are some common mistakes people make when pairing, right? Like, so like, okay, I
can
got
drink
these
and smoke whatever the fuck I want.
and that's the common mistake.
Right.
But is it because the palate is untrained?
Of
or
course,
is it because
yeah.
the shit just doesn't go well together?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
You know, some
That's
people
awesome.
don't understand how they need to train their palate, why they need to train their palate.
Correct.
You know, I always say, you know, which one is better, Nike or Adidas? Well, it's the one that fits my foot better.
Right. Gotcha.
If I got a foot problem, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna
The one that
use
serves
the
the
one
purpose.
Right.
And then
So-
you just got some people who really just don't understand how to control their palate or even manage it. Like some people just
Yeah.
are just city eaters. They don't know what's good. They tell
Right.
you, "Oh, this is great." You go out there, you like, "Man, this is horrible."
Right.
You know, it's just some people just don't know.
Well, the thing about that, to your point, is that everybody's palate is different.
Right.
That's the very
Right.
first thing.
Definitely
right?
unique.
But whenever you start to train your palate, like
Yeah.
for me, I can smoke 5 cigars back to back, and I can pick notes, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I
Kind of day you
train
have you
my
smoking
palate.
5 cigars back to
Shit,
back.
that's just a fun.
Tuesday.
That's a fun day.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking
I smoke
Tuesday.
5 in a heartbeat.
Right,
But
right.
you know, it's training your palate to understand what's going on with the tobacco. And the thing about me is that I always tell people I don't smoke cigars. I smoke tobacco. The cigar is what it looks like on the outside, but what we smoking, what we trying
Is
to
the
get out of
tobacco on
it
the inside.
is the tobacco. It's all the tobacco.
Well, I just mean
right?
in general.
Yeah.
Right.
So
The
it's
complexity
the
of the tobacco.
tobacco. That's what I'm smoking. I'm not smoking a band. I hate band chasers.
Are you a pipe smoker as well?
Oh man, I love smoking my pipe,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
It's such a different thing, man. Such a
Okay.
different thing. It's more relaxing. You know, a lot of people confuse it with, well, you know, I always got to fight and light my pipe. Well, it depends on how you pack this pipe, right? You got to understand how to pack. You got to understand how to light, all that kind of stuff. Pipes is so relaxing.
Gotcha. So, you know, like one thing that I do enjoy about the pairing, right,
Mm-hmm.
is you are able to receive different notes from both sides,
Absolutely.
right? You get different notes from the food, you get different notes from the cigar, you get different notes from the spirit, you get different notes from the pipe. All these things that come together really creates like a rhythmic melody.
Yeah.
And that melody is really what the impact is on the backside.
100%.
Right. So like today, this morning I got up, I made me some damn coffee. I made some coffee with some steamed milk. The coffee was Nicaraguan. I put some Kahlua in it.
Okay.
I put some rye bourbon.
Look at you.
And I put some Cointreau,
Okay.
which is like an orange liqueur, and like a splash of vanilla extract.
So you had a
Okay.
lot of
That shit
flavors
was
going on,
fucking
boy.
amazing.
You had a
Let me
lot of
find out
flavors
your
going on.
Easter
Let
over
me tell you,
here.
then I had a party at Series D number 4 at the house.
Was you
Oh,
speaking Spanish
look at
when you was
you.
doing
Look
this?
at
That's your, I leave that for you. But Montreal Fouet.
Man, you gotta make us one time, man. You gotta come on
it
the
was
show and
great
make us
because I
one.
used like a vanilla oat milk as my steamed milk.
Right.
And it was fucking great.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, my wife, she hated the shit.
Of course.
She was like, what the hell is this? I was like, mine. I'm
Right.
glad you don't
I'm glad you don't like it.
You've been drinking, she made some coquito.
Ooh.
So she been drinking that shit all morning.
Ooh.
So
Say what
she
now?
only took a coquito.
Okay, all right.
Not cocaine. Not cocaine.
Hey, that's what I'm just trying to tell you what I heard, brother.
First of all, if she can start making cocaine,
You got another
podcast
thing.
is a number.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So, like, even with that, like, even with certain coffees and lattes, cafe con leches, and just straight
Yeah.
espressos,
Yeah.
the beans that the coffee itself comes from, all those make a difference in that pairing.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
because speaking of that, I had a cappuccino. It was French vanilla, French
Whoa,
vanilla.
that word took you out, buddy.
French vanilla.
Yeah.
See,
That's all, folks.
See, I had a French vanilla cappuccino
Yeah.
with I want to say it was a full body cigar,
Okay.
and it was really good, really paired well with it. So I totally understand what you're saying about
right.
that.
You know,
I had a
like
little
if I do that
cream in
milk,
there.
I can't do full with milk.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you don't do
I wonder how that really went.
Right.
I don't know, but I
That's the
wouldn't.
contrast we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Well, so on the dark side, it had notes of chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why the actual coffee.
Were you happy before you did it? I think this shit tastes great together. The whole fucking mouth is enough.
No hablas inglés, señor.
No
No
comment.
say.
No sé.
Eso sí que es.
Los conozco. No
Y'all
sé.
gonna get some shit going. I can see that right now.
We terrible here, man. This is probably one of our most sober shows. man.
Oh
Yeah,
shit! Well,
definitely.
keep drinking then. Shit.
Right. So I know that also with PDR you've been with for some time now.
Yeah.
You know, a short stint, but you are definitely making your way as a regional.
I appreciate it,
You
man.
know,
Thank you.
with that being said, I've noticed that you're doing a lot of cigar pairings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you bringing anything else? Are you bringing just spirits? And what does that process look like to maybe more of a novice smoker?
So I'll tell you this, man. With the territory that I have, there's a variety of specialties in each state. So like Tennessee, you say that they do well with whiskey,
right?
But they have a huge beer population.
Absolutely,
right. So I like to pair beer and cigars because there are beers that go with cigars, and it's not just stouts, right? You can do a hazy IPA, you can do a triple IPA, right? But some others you may not want to do, like New England IPA, something like that. It may not go too well.
Pilsners.
Right? Yeah, Pilsner. Hell no.
Terrible.
Yeah, let me get this Coors Light going. No, it's not
water with bubbles.
Right. Right. So no, man. So I do like to, like I said, I like to do pairings with wines and stuff like that. So as I travel to different parts of the region, I am getting into more of the pairings. I'm bringing the pairings with PDR cigars every time that I get an opportunity to, because I want people to having a fucking experience.
So that's what
it's all about.
When you was in Tennessee or anywhere, you have a guy come up to you and say, "Hey there, buddy, what can I pair this cigar with my Michelob Ultra?" What would you sell them?
Nothing.
Black and mild.
Nothing.
Get the fuck out my face. That's what you tell him. Get the fuck out my face.
Go have several seats. Come holler at me when you're ready.
He probably got smoked the cigarillos out the back.
Right. Got them white owls.
Is that a fucking Swiss or sweet? Right. So like, that's a big step, right? That you do take into account what region you are in, because you gotta go bourbon in Kentucky. Like you gotta go bourbon in Kentucky. You have no option.
No.
And a lot of people don't really realize that if it's not Kentucky, it's really not bourbon.
It's whiskey.
It's whiskey.
And Uncle Nearest, shout out to Uncle Nearest, Farm Weaver and all them.
Right on.
They are classified as a bourbon.
Correct.
But considering they're in Shelbyville,
Correct.
Tennessee,
They're
really a whiskey.
Yep.
They just have a lot of similar notes in, I guess, the aging process and things like that.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
That does make a difference. So,
what can I pair with my moonshine there, buddy?
Right, nothing.
You're
getting worse. But
I got some of that shit with me, which, by the way, you can do some moonshine with cigars.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna fucking be laid the fuck out. I'm not gonna do it. Unless everybody in the room want to fucking fight right now. Things you don't need to give me. Don't give me gin, unless it's Hendrix with cucumber. Okay? Don't give me fucking Long Island iced tea.
Oh, hell no.
And definitely don't give me moonshine.
I'll fight you if you had a Long Island iced tea in front of me.
I think the glass will fight me before I can get
Okay, as long as we understand that.
Especially you put fruit outside, I'm fucking getting my ass whooped already.
Stupid.
But that does make a major difference.
It does,
right?
man. Yeah.
So also with pairing, one thing I like to tell people, even with your flow of cigars, like someone like myself and you who smoke multiple cigars a day, you really want to figure out a plan for your cigars. You don't really want to
you don't want to be all over the
trauma
place.
to your palate, right? You don't want to go mild, full, medium, full, mild again.
Right.
Like what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Your mouth goes into a shock.
Yep.
Where you lose notes in a cigar because of that.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people don't. They go to Cigar Fest. They be like, "Oh, give me that. I smoke it. Give me that one too. I smoke it. Give me that one. I'm gonna smoke that one." Like, slow the fuck down. Give a fucking damn a method to your madness before you just jump out there and do it.
Well, the other thing too, man, is that a lot of people don't realize that they don't do when they smoke more than one cigar is that you never cleanse your palate.
Oh, I do. I got my mouthwash in my bag.
That's not a good thing necessarily, right?
Shit.
Okay. I don't want to say that you was wrong, but I'm just saying it's not a good thing.
Well, you don't want to add mint.
No, never.
You don't want to add mint, right?
And I was just saying that on the way over here. Is like, I talked to a dentist, and they said one of the worst things to do when smoking cigars is have anything minty in your mouth before you smoke.
Right.
Because it opens up all the blood vessels.
Absolutely.
Right. So you're gonna get all of that nicotine, all that tar, and it's just gonna ruin your mouth, man.
It does that with water for me. I drink some cold water after eating an Altoid. It's fucking my body going to shot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hypothermia of the mouth and
Right.
shit,
Well, water with lemon or something like that?
So what I typically try to tell people is, you want to use a little bit of seltzer water, right? You want
club soda.
Yeah, club soda is fine. You can actually, believe it or not, you can use a lime, but you want to follow that up with at least a half a glass of water.
Right, but the acidicness of a fucking
Acidicness.
Why
are you looking at me?
It is
acidity.
Acidity.
Right.
Acidity. Well, you are the speech impediment of the show.
God, man.
I have nothing to say. I can't even say nothing, man.
The acidity of that shit cracked me up.
Spell it.
Lemons and limes.
Right.
I can spell it. ACIDITY.
There it is.
So that actually fucks up your teeth, the enamel on your teeth as well. So
Yeah,
you have to
you don't
make sure
wanna
you
do-
do rinse with water or whatever.
You have to follow it up with a lot of water.
You know,
and the
like-
other thing that you can always use is going to be dark chocolate.
You can always throw that in there.
Always dark chocolate.
Yeah, that shit changes everything. That's like
Everything.
smelling coffee.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I love
Exactly.
chocolate. So
Yeah. I like chocolate too. I'm with you.
I like caramel, vanilla, chocolate.
I don't want salmonella no more. All for vanilla.
Well, first of all, can we talk about salmonella story?
Can we talk about
No.
We cannot talk about salmonella story.
Wait a minute, come on with this.
Wait, I got it. Cancel compliance officer. Can I say this?
Oh
Can I
God.
say this? It's about to be off the chain.
Oh shit.
Can I say it?
I
But anyway,
beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
You name it. I gotta go left sometime during my show, right?
Shit, keep it
sometime
left.
during the show, I gotta go left.
That's
I mean,
fine.
we left. We start left. How about that? And then sometimes we veer to the right.
Sound like that's the way we started.
Yeah, exactly. We start left.
I mean, we just dove a little bit more to the left.
Right.
It's all good.
Definitely.
It's all good.
We keep it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, one thing I do like is we always are going to be and will be authentic. Right? The conversation we have off the camera, we have on the camera. We do love to educate our viewers. Speaking of our viewers, I'm sorry, y'all. We're here at Patio Socialist Cigar Lounge at 3150 Highland Parkway in Smyrna, Georgia. And okay, first of all, let me tell you, these people are giving me signs in the back. It's like the worst shit.
They
I'm
don't
like
know
a
sign
fan
language.
trying to understand the sign to play.
I don't know why you paying attention to them. They don't even know sign
42
language.
Denver shit. I don't know what it is. You know. But shout out to the people over here. Shout out to George. Shout out to Keith, Shannon. Matter of fact, we got Sean at the bar. Sean are relatively new here. The whole family holds us down here, and we really love this place. This is really home base. We do travel to different cigar spots, but this is home base for us.
Right on.
And we're here in their beautiful members only room. And let me tell you, they take care of you. So come by, check them out. 3150 Highland Parkway in Smyrna, Georgia. So what else does PDR have coming up? Like, do you have new product, new line,
Man,
new anything coming out? What
we
you got?
just really released at the latest trade show back in July our 18th anniversary cigar.
Oh,
Okay.
And it is one of the most, and I know I'm finna fuck this up, but it's one of the most fantabulous cigars
That's close enough.
that I done had, right?
If we was a gay show, it worked perfect.
fucking with you.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cancel compliance officer, let
Right?
me go. Okay.
So no, it's the 18th anniversary. It is a Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper.
Okay.
With a 7-year, oh not 7-year, but excuse me, a Dominican Olor binder. 7-year aged Dominican tobacco, also with about a leaf and a half of Nicaraguan tobacco. It smokes as a literal espresso dark chocolate bar.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
It's the way it smokes.
With the leaf and a half, that probably put up
It's
another
just
notch,
enough.
right?
It's just enough.
There's a tequila that I like that is a reposado called Padron. Isn't that what it was?
Patron.
Patron.
Yeah.
The tequila.
Yeah.
With the little skulls.
Right.
That
No.
motherfucker
You
tastes
talking about Padre?
Yeah,
Padres.
Padre.
Right.
Yeah.
So that shit tastes like white chocolate.
That shit's delicious.
So I bet you that goes
That
phenomenal.
reposado?
With that yes.
Oh, my
I
God.
bet you that goes phenomenal with that cigar.
Oh my
You,
god.
I mean, you got any in your little bag right
brother,
there?
I wish I did, man.
Oh,
it's
Jesus Christ.
just hitting the retailer stores.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't got him yet.
Right. It's just hitting the retailer stores.
Right. He want the album out this booth.
Yeah, straight to wax. Right? Let me get that, bro. Let me get that.
All right.
Sign that for me.
So let's say someone's at home, right? They're once again relatively new to cigars, not so much a full novice where they doing these infused cigars, but definitely like been smoking a few years, still trying to learn more.
Yeah.
You know, do you have any at-home recommendations that they can pair with like foods, fruits, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages? What type of recommendations can you give?
Nuts.
If you're gonna, okay,
You had to get that out your
right?
mouth.
He
You
It's always
missed it.
one.
He
I did
waited.
it with intent.
he waited till you
Yeah.
paused.
I was.
I don't like nuts in my mouth.
I got something for you after this
He
though.
would have burned me. Usually he might threaten to burn me, so it's okay.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right.
But no, I would if you're gonna do like fruits, right? I would stay away from anything that's gonna be berry.
Okay.
Right? Something that's gonna have too much acid to it, right?
Okay.
So you don't want to do oranges, grapefruit, stuff like that.
Okay.
You want to do something that's gonna be more like cherries.
Okay.
Right? You can even do grapes.
Okay.
Right. If you're gonna do nuts, I would do anything like walnuts.
Almonds.
I wouldn't do peanuts. Yeah, I would definitely do almonds. You can even do pecans.
Really?
Right.
Okay.
Those go very, very well.
Okay.
If you're gonna do, let's see, what else did you say?
If
if you're gonna do-
non-alcoholic beverages, like we talk about coffee, what else?
Man, non-alcoholic beverages. One of the best is gonna be Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yeah, everybody says that. You know why?
No.
Because it got all those flavors in it?
How many flavors
Right.
of Dr. Pepper?
What, 23, 32?
23 flavors.
Oh, really? I don't drink it. I don't
Dude,
really
if you
drink
have a
sodas.
Dr. Pepper with damn near any cigar,
It's gonna open it up.
gonna open that cigar up
Really?
in your palate so much. It's crazy, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy. So yeah, you can do Dr. Pepper. You can do ginger ale. Stay away from the sweetened ginger ale.
Okay.
Like I think what is it? It's not Seagram's Canadian
Yeah,
Dry. They have a bold, right?
Okay.
Drink that one. It has more of the ginger in it.
Okay, so
You
not
can
like what's the ginger drink?
Red Rock ginger
Red
ale?
Rock. Like,
Yeah, don't do that.
Fuck with that.
You
That
can do
should knock
ginger
out
beer.
the flu,
You can do
though.
ginger beer.
Yeah.
I like Goslings. Right.
Okay.
You can definitely do Goslings.
Ryan's a good actor.
If you want Deadpool. So if you want to do, again, if you want to do bourbons and scotches, again, just make sure that you understand the profile of that cigar so that you match it up well with whatever spirit that you want to do. The wine is definitely going to take you on a trip. You have to understand the varietals. Psalms are the best people to talk to whenever it comes to doing wines because they understand.
Sommelier.
Sommelier. Sorry. So it's just like tobacco.
My own verse we talking about.
See, here we go.
Thou should not be drinking this.
right. But they have to understand regions just like we have to understand with tobacco. Where it's grown and what kind of soil it's grown in, the humidity, the atmospheric pressure, and all of that other kind of shit. So just be careful with your wines. Again, just match that up, mild, medium, full.
No goat milk.
Hell no.
Well, why would you drink that?
Man,
Who drinks goat milk?
Last time I had goat milk, I was in a damn
Who drank almond milk?
Really? Now I had this shit back in the day with some curry gravy, like in curry gravy, but I ain't never just had like a cup of goat milk.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, this is a show right here that we don't discriminate. So
You ain't gotta
I'm just
discriminate.
asking for the viewers.
But just don't bring up any shit while we on the show.
Right.
Hey,
Keep the
This
sheep.
would be real amazing with
Keep the
these
sheep with you.
Bag. Well, first of all, thank you so much for coming on today, Leo, to
Absolutely,
enlighten
man.
our people. Our viewers and our listeners both. They come to us for information.
Absolutely.
Right? When they come to us for shit talking, but we definitely going to give information and knowledge as well.
Right on.
So tell us how they can find you. What next event you got coming up? Tell us a little bit more about those two things.
Man, events right now are literally on pause.
Okay.
Friday starts my vacation from the company.
Oh, blessing.
I literally just got done with an event last night at the Cigar Parlor. Shout out to Antonio out there and Tequila.
That's like our friend, but he went by there for a mental health event for men. He loved it.
Yeah, it's a great spot, man. They do a great job. It was for the luxurious ladies of the Leaf yesterday.
Okay.
Sat out and gave them some Cigar 101 education.
Oh, dope.
So I really enjoyed that. I always love doing everything for ladies. But no events coming up anytime soon. Taking a break. But you can always find me on Instagram at Barrels, the letter N, LEAFS, Barrels and Leafs.
Okay.
You can find me at PDR Cigar Leo on Instagram. Barrels and Leafs is on Facebook as well. Leo Brown just under Facebook, and that's where I try to keep it in my lane, man.
Man, I love it, man. Thank you so much. J Money. I got the side eye. I was gonna say that slick this time.
Well, I mean,
Tell me how to find you, brother.
y'all can find me on Instagram at JDMoney1000. Find me on Twitter on J De Niro. Thank you.
Did we stopping there today?
We stopping there today.
And as you know, everything with myself is at Cole D. Parker. Practical Smokers, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Shout out again to Patio. Shout out to our behind the scenes team, Britt and Fred. Appreciate y'all always doing their thing. And follow us at Practical Smokers on IG. Next to that, stay humble, stay blessed, stay well, and stay lit. We out.
Peace.